What's going on, guys? New episode here to bring you the preview, of course, for Newcastle versus Arsenal at St James's Park today. And feeling a little bit optimistic, of course. You know, and the only reason I'm talking like this is because, you know, a lot of reports this week speculating that Lacazette might not be fit, Pepe might not be fit, he might start him later, obviously come back late for the African Cup of Nations. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, how's David Luiz going to figure out, etc., etc. So before I get into my personal starting 11, guys, thanks again for checking out all my videos on my channel. I appreciate the support I've been getting on Instagram and Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Of course, the last video might not be a lot of views, but I see the views are going up. But I always appreciate people checking out my videos, and I also would appreciate if you guys just leave a little comment at the bottom of the video. Let me know what you guys think. You know, send me some questions if you want. DM me. My Instagram and Twitter is at the bottom in the description part. And of course, you know, share and like and subscribe. Of course, like I said. Now let's get into the preview. Now, of course, for Newcastle, let's talk about the opposition a little bit. Not really the much best of transfer windows, of course. There was one specific signing that they did get, say Maximum from Nantes. He's one person to watch out for, I have to say. He's a very, very skillful, quick player. I think he's 21 years old, if my memory serves me right. That's someone I've been watching, you know what I mean, when I've been on my scout business during the transfer window. But of course, Arsenal had the other players, the better players that you wanted to get, you know what I mean? So, of course, Newcastle fans are not happy. And overall, the situation is a club that Mike Ashley's not trying to leave or even put money or even spend, apparently, which has been the situation at Newcastle for a number of years, let's be real. Of course, before this, there was a lot of Newcastle fans protesting, as we were protesting about, you know, the club going forward, what's happening. And Newcastle fans were even thinking about boycotting it. Even a few Arsenal fans, myself included, well, if I was there, of course, but you know, at the time of what was going down, you know what I mean, with, you know, the regime, and we weren't spending anything, and the rumours of the 45 mil, but with Newcastle, I mean, it's just got bad to worse, and Steve Bruce is now in charge of Newcastle. Everybody's got their opinions on Steve Bruce. My facial features just tell you about Steve Bruce. I'm just gonna leave it as that. I ain't gonna disrespect the guy on camera right now, but let's be real. It's not the greatest of managerial appointments for Newcastle. They just lost one of their best managers that they've had in, well, as long as I've been watching football, and that's Rafa Benitez. Do you know what I'm saying? So, as far as I'm concerned, well, at least in the modern day, let me put some respect to the former Newcastle managers, but in the modern day era, Rafa Benitez was the man. And now he's gone, and Steve Bruce is in, and we all know Steve Bruce's record. Again, I'm not going to tarnish him. It's just not good enough. So, Newcastle could be in trouble. And again, let's switch it back to us now. You know, Ozil, Kolasinac will not figure in this because there's still more investigation to, to the situation they've had earlier in the transfer window, of course, when they'll come back off tour and, you know, they got attacked by some hoodlums, and, you know, there was a big knife, and Kolasinac had to just, you know, sort it out. Do you know what I'm saying? Not obviously not banging, but he basically had to step up to them, showing that he ain't scared. And again, like I said, Kolasinac was the man in that situation. It felt sorry for Ozil, but again, he had to protect Kolasinac and himself as well as his own wife in that situation. But of course, we've been told that there's been death threats. There's a lot of reports saying there's been death threats to Ozil and Kolasinac and his family. So obviously they want to sort that out, and you know, they got their security tightened up. So, you know, I hope this can get resolved quickly, because we will need them sooner or later. But their families and themselves are in pretty much in danger, do you know what I mean? And that's what's important. then that needs to be sorted out. So I'm hoping the police and whoever is helping out Özil Kolasinac with this, hopefully the police can sort this out, because we do need our players, and obviously we all want them to feel safe in London as they've been previously doing before this incident happened. But it is what it is. Lacazette, will he be fit? Will he not? A lot of people are not sure. There's been reports saying Lacazette should be fine to start. You know, there's been talk they don't really want to risk it. But we've been seeing on videos, you know, when Arsenal are busy showing off our new signings, which I'll get to in a sec. And we've been seeing Lacazette in the background. He looks okay, etc., etc. So on social media, it looks all right. But it's down to Unai Emery and the coaches and Lacazette himself. Will he figure in today's game? I hope, and I think he will be, but we'll see. Is there any more news to really cover? Really that much news? Not really. So of course, let's just get into it straight away before I pick the team. We know our away record was not the best of away records in the last, God knows, it's been a very long time, let's be real. Our away record has been shambles. Last season we already knew it. We did win this fixture last season, of course. Granit Xhaka and that crazy free kick, I do remember that game. And I was actually getting at him in the first half for these stupid tackles and, you know, just getting pressed out of possession. But that's got to stop today. That's definitely got to stop. If he's our captain going forward, that is definitely got to stop. So let's just put my starting 11. I want to hear your guys' thoughts at the bottom of this video, and of course I'll be back to review the game. So here's my starting 11, of course. So number 1, Bert Leno, of course, number 1 choice. Nothing else said other than that. The system I'm gonna go for a 4-2-3-1, simply because just in case Lacazette's not there, and you know, I feel we could utilize Aubameyang more in the middle. Again, like I said, it depends on certain individuals that start. So I'm going to go with a 4-2-3-1. That seems the most logical one to use. Again, the back three, I'm not really too convinced on it. You know, last season for me it was a bit of a ropey formation. There's been games where we looked impressive with it. And we actually started the season with a 4-2-3-1. So I think Emery's probably going to go back to that for now until everybody's fit. Ozil's back in the team. Kolasinac is back in the team. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully some of the signings like Tierney, once he gets 100% fit. Do you know what I mean? And Pepe or everybody. So for me, 4-2-3-1. So like I said, Leno's in goal. Of course, Bellerin's not back yet, so it has to be AinsleyMaitland-Niles. I'm hoping today, because I've been frustrated with him, because he's a good player, but he just needs to stay focused. And I don't want him out already of any of that jazz, because the transfer would have shot anyways, and I never wanted him out. I just felt we needed another right back, just because he doesn't look comfortable all the time. There's games where he looks incredible. He looks relentless. But there's times in those games, as well as other games, that I personally feel he needs to just, you know, stay sharp, stay focused, stick to your man. And if you're going to go forward, you know, someone better be covering your ass as well. And that's not down to you, but shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's it with AinsleyMaitland-Niles for me anyways. But definitely AinsleyMaitland-Niles right back, of course. The centre-back situation, we all know Socrates is 90 to 100% going to be there. So who should be next to him? Now, we have options. We have Callum Chambers, who pre-season, I mean, looks out of touch. He looks a bit lost, I still like Chambers, of course. I think he's better off, you know, with Rob Holding. Obviously, because they know each other very well and how he played with each other. But, you know, he's just come back on loan. He's only played a couple of games with Socrates in that centre-back position. So, is that going to be the partnership? Or would it be our new signing of the Chelsea boy, David Luiz? Now, of course, I've had my opinions on David Luiz, and you can check out my previous video on what my thoughts are on. But I mean, to Cannon Chambers, David Luiz wipes the floor with him all day long. Experience, winner, and he's just come back. He's fresh off Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? So, funny enough, they beat us in the Europa League final, of course. So they're fresh off that, as well as a decent pre-season. So we might as well. David Luiz with Socrates. It sounds crazy because I've said it in private conversation with my friends. I ain't even said it on camera, funny enough. It's just, I'm not too sure on it because, again, you have to think about the composure. David Luiz sometimes is rash. Socrates is crazy rash. David Luiz can makes mistakes in a game, but he can rectify it sometimes. Socrates makes mistakes in a game. He doesn't really rectify it. He makes it worse by getting sent off. But I still like the guy because he's a brute force. So it's really about discipline today when it comes to the centre backs, or if Chambers is picked over Socrates or Luiz. You don't know. But our centre back situation that needs to be addressed today. So, and another situation, the left back, because it's going to have to be Nacho Monreal. Of course, we know Kolasinac he needs to sort out his personal affairs. And Kieran Tierney, he might not be 100% yet. Of course, he's coming back off a double hernia injury. I do apologise in my last video, I kind of mucked that up. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to have to be Monreal for this one. As much as it scares me, and I do like Nacho, but I just feel like we should have cut ties with him. But there's been links to him to Real Sociedad. Could this be his last game? That's one to remain to be seen. Now let's go into the midfield and holding midfield. It's going to have to be the captain going forward, Granit Xhaka. I mean, pre-season, there's been times he's just looked off for crying out loud. This is exactly why I get on this case all the time. And then there's times where I'm like, has someone been training? But for me, we know we need better. But right now, Xhaka's what we got. We're gonna have to go forward with him, as much as it pains a lot of us that are against him. And then there's Xhaka fans there. You know, I can getting criticised. You have an agenda against Xhaka. My agenda is I just don't think he's good enough. It's as simple as that. And people are just going to question me. Listen, we're all football fans. We all have our own opinions. Personally, I don't really give a shit what people think. What I say is what I say, and what you say is what you say. It's as simple as that. And then Xhaka's just got to prove someone right or someone wrong. That's all it has to be with every other football player. So, Granit Xhaka in that midfield. Torreira, I definitely want to put him there as a holding midfielder with him. And then the three, of course. Now, again, we don't know on fitness levels, but Ceballos for me has to be replacing Ozil. As Ozil, obviously we know about Ozil, just covered it. He's going to be out. Ceballos for me steps in. Yeah, simple as that. There's no questions asked. I'll be putting Pepe on the right, giving him his first official start. If he is fit, or if Unai Emery wants to utilise him. But if I'm utilising, I'm the manager. Listen, if he's fit, he's starting there. If not, we got Reece Nelson. It's no problem. Do you know what I'm saying? And on the left, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. If Lacazette is fit, of course I want him up top. But if Lacazette is not fit, then Aubameyang up top and Nelson on the left. It's as simple as that. So that is my 4-2-3-1 formation. And I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory to Arsenal. I know our defence ain't that strong. This is probably why I said 1 in the first place. But you never know in football. Anything can happen. The ball is round. So guys, Thanks for checking out this video. Let me know your thoughts and your scoreline prediction at the bottom of this video, and make sure you'll check out the review that comes out after the game. So again, Gooners, thanks for subscribing. Hit the links at the bottom of this video for my Twitter and Instagram if you want to chat. And up the Gunners.